Hello there. How you doing? I'm not sure if this is showing up because this is bad practice. This is moray? Is it called moray? Yeah, where you get this kind of effect with certain patterned clothing. My voice is a bit because I've just recorded a video lecture for work stuff. Particularly enjoyed that. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was a comment a friend made on one of the videos the other day when I was talking about PowerPoint specifically. I think that it gets a lot of negative press. So I think any sort of lecture collateral. So I'm not one to do lecture slides where I'm just reading from the slide. That is absolutely bad practice. Have I ever done it? Yes, of course I have. It's one of the things that you do if you're in education. You can't get away from it. You either did it in the past or sometimes time is against you and that's all you've got to do. However, I do also appreciate that when we're talking about putting together learning materials, especially lecture slides, whether you're doing it in an educational environment or whether you're presenting to colleagues or whatever, it is time consuming. But putting some thought into that, doing some actual design, learning design of what it is you want to do, what you want to convey in those lectures is really important. Otherwise, you might as well not bother with the slides at all. Often, if I'm talking about something that I have a very thorough understanding of, be that my research areas, be that my professional background, sometimes I will have prompt slides where it will just be a random picture. I have been known in the past to have pictures of Darth Vader or the Death Star, other bits and pieces to both elicit a response from the audience, make sure they're paying attention, but also I'll use those as a hook to convey a point to the audience. What I'm getting at here is thinking about not only the subject that you're teaching, talking about, whatever, but think about the audience, the type of audience. Often if I'm giving a presentation at a convention or an event compared to in a classroom, even if it is the same content, I will tailor those slides to that audience because it is very, very different. And in doing so, you're also building up your proficiency with those tool sets, be it PowerPoint, Keynote, whatever software that you're using to create those slides, Google Present, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's completely agnostic. And I think there is something about enjoying doing that as well. As I've just said and touched on at the start of this video, I've spent today putting together a very short bit of learning for a course. And it's taken me 2 days to do basically 10 minutes of teaching knowledge transfer through those slides. However, I've spent the time on what was previously 2 slides and it is now 22 slides. It's the same information. Is it slide overload? No, it's not slide overload, but the slides, rather than it just being a static table and talking through each point, which isn't very engaging to the user, it's not that now. I've put some thought into it. I've made it more intentful. I've made it engaging. I've given them space to think around the information. So there's all these little things. It sounds very pretentious, but it's something that I'm becoming increasingly more passionate about as I move both professionally and as a hobbyist into the creation of learning content at totally different audiences. On one, I'm creating content for postgraduate and professional level people. On the other side, I'm creating content for hobbyists that are doing completely different areas of skill and expertise, different tone of voice, different types of collateral, all of these things, and that is hugely interesting to me. But I think as well, the last thing I want to touch on is how people can become disgruntled with teaching. And I think if that's the case, and if it starts to become something that you don't enjoy, much is the same with anything. When I stopped enjoying being a developer, I had to move away from doing that, and that took me years, literally years to do that. And I became so unhappy and down about it. If I'd have listened to myself earlier on or listened to other people and just like, I don't enjoy doing this anymore, I need to do something that I enjoy, I'd have been so much happier, so much faster, and I may have been in a better place, both financially and mentally at the time. So yeah, I suppose I'm going to wrap this up by just saying, if you enjoy something, no, that's not the right. That's not the right thing to say. Let me put it more succinctly like this. Freedom kind of lets you do what you want, and that's a great thing to have professionally, to have professional freedom. But happiness is doing what you love. Balance those two up, yeah? I'm in a better place. What about you? See ya.